So, there's this game called Fortnite. Ever heard of it? It's like a third-person shooter where you're pinned against 100 players and have to be the last one alive to win. The game's pretty weak in terms of graphics. Like, where's the gritty realism like Call of Duty? Then there's this lame building mechanic where you can make platforms and cover for yourself. It's not realistic at all. But yeah, it's an okay game, I guess. Okay, that was a lame starting bit. I think I'll start the video now. So, I remember PUBG coming out back in 2017, and all the guys at my school were crazy about it. I had this one friend ask, "Dude, you don't play PUBG?" Then Fortnite came out a couple months later, and that same friend asked, "Dude, you don't play Fortnite?" Literally everyone switched to Fortnite, and no one would shut up about it. I really wondered what all the hype was about, so I watched gameplay of it from some guy. I don't know if you've heard of him. Ninja, I think it was? It surprisingly didn't look that bad. It had a nice cartoony aesthetic that you wouldn't normally see in shooting games, and I guess it looked fun. Later on, more and more of my friends would talk about Fortnite, and I finally decided, you know what, I'll download the game. Unfortunately, my computer didn't have a good enough graphics card. I thought, maybe that was for the best. I eventually got a new computer with a much better graphics card, but I didn't really care to get Fortnite at that point. Fast forward to summer 2018. I'm watching a Nintendo Direct and Fortnite's ported to the Switch.
I can't wait to drop off the battle bus and meet some of you on the battlefield in Fortnite. Okay, that's all the time I've got. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
I had this online friend who didn't like Fortnite, and we decided to ironically download it and play it together. I have to say, it was pretty fun, even though we sucked. My school friends heard about Fortnite being ported to the Switch, and they wanted me to play with them. After playing with them for a while, I wondered how I'd fare in solo matches. Obviously, I sucked. I don't know, I just could not counter building. If I was ever in a top 5 situation, everyone would start making huge towers out of metal, and I couldn't really beat that kind of play. I did eventually win a match. I was so hyped about it too. I even took a screenshot of it. Look at this thing. We have the old victory logo, the win a match challenge being completed, the free backpack from the Season 4 Battle Pass, and look at my loadout. I didn't use any of those weapons except for the scoped AR and shotgun. Anyway, for the next few months after that victory, I continued playing Fortnite, with friends and by myself. New seasons began, the map would change up a bit, new weapons and items would be added, it was just tons of fun. About a quarter into Season 7 though, I kind of lost interest. I don't know what happened. One day, I was playing a duos match with a friend. I remember this pretty vividly for some reason. We were fighting against the last duo. I blew myself up with the purple rocket launcher, as usual. We were in a Christmas-themed house. My friend knocks one of our opponents, then clutches up and kills the last guy with a spike trap. A couple days went by, and I hadn't been playing Fortnite. Then all of a sudden, I didn't play Fortnite for the entirety of 2019. I did, however, kind of stay in the loop. I would watch this one YouTuber, C-Day. He made some pretty entertaining Fortnite videos. Even though I didn't play anymore, it was still fun to watch. The new weapons they'd add, all those in-game events, mechs, I only know these things existed because of C-Day. Then there was that black hole thing everyone was freaking out about. I didn't even get that from C-Day. That was just all over the internet. Then Fortnite 2 was revealed. There was a completely new map, new battle pass, you could fish, you could actually swim in bodies of water, and so on. Then they put that marshmallow guy in the game, Ninja, and even Drake. Now I'll go into a segment where I talk about random stuff from the seasons I didn't experience. Season 8 seemed kind of lame. I just wasn't a fan of the pirate theme. The battle pass was boring, and Peely and Hybrid were the only good skins. I loved Season 9's futuristic theme, and the battle pass was definitely better than Season 8's. The combat shotgun looked amazing. It's literally everything I wanted in a shotgun. I liked using tacs because you could spam them, but its damage output was pretty weak. The pump did way more damage than the tac because it had a smaller spread, but that delay after each shot made it hard for a bad player like me to use. The combat shotgun was like if those two weapons had a baby. You could spam it, and it was super concentrated. I guess the small spread made it harder to land hits, but if you could spam it, who cared? Season 10 looked nuts. Those mechs seemed super unfair. This season probably had the best battle pass. Not to mention they brought the original Fortnite theme back. This music is amazing. It makes me super nostalgic, even though I have no reason to feel that way. The lobby music plays when you win a match. Just imagine this music playing instead of the current crappy one. Anyway, Chapter 2 Season 1 seemed average. It was a good fresh start considering they rebooted the game, but it didn't seem that appealing. That ends this Random Thoughts segment. A few months ago, someone I knew got me to play the game again during Season 2 of Chapter 2. It was whatever, honestly. I really only played when they wanted me to. They even got me to spend money on the game. That's right, guys, I hadn't spent any money on this game before. I was a default skin this entire time. I got the Iris pack, which was $4.99. It came with the skin and some V-Bucks. What's crazy is that I already had some V-Bucks from the free rewards of previous battle passes. Combined with the V-Bucks that came with the Iris pack, I was able to buy the battle pass. So not only did I have the Iris skin, but all items in the battle pass. We had another version of Peely, a buff cat, Midas who could turn all his weapons gold, that cool customizable Maya skin, as well as...
Oh my god.
Yeah, the battle pass was pretty cool. Anyway, now that I had the battle pass, all these challenges were available to me, and that incentivized me to play the game more. I really enjoyed playing solo matches, and I quickly improved my playstyle to the point of actually contesting people and getting into huge build battles. I was having fun just like I did in Chapter 1, although the games were a little sweatier. The person that got me into Fortnite again actually stopped playing when Season 2 ended, so I've been playing alone for the past few months. It's kind of lame. Games are always more fun with friends, you know? I haven't really talked about how this game was on the Switch. Back when it was first ported, it was pretty bad. Players in the distance would turn into 2D cutouts with like 4 frames of animation. It wasn't a big deal, but it did make it a little difficult to hit people from a distance. They eventually fixed it though. I'll occasionally get frame drops, but that's understandable. The only times it can be bothersome though is when someone shoots me with a shotgun. When this happens, it sometimes lags for a split second, which makes me miss my own shotgun shots. The game also runs at 30 FPS, which again is understandable. Some Switch games do run at 60 FPS, but it all depends on the developer's decision. Fortnite's a pretty big game, so they had to sacrifice a few things so it ran as best as it could. It might just be me, but I just can't play the game docked, nor can I use a Pro Controller. The game looks good in handheld mode, but when it's docked, it's super grainy and insanely choppy. It's like I'm playing while watching through an Android camera. Aiming with an analog stick will never be as good as using a mouse, but having a decent stick does help a little bit. Joy-Con analog sticks are okay, but not good for Fortnite. The Pro Controller is definitely the way to go. The thing is, I got a Pro Controller months after I got Fortnite, so I was really used to the short reach of the Joy-Con's analog sticks. I just could not play the game with the Pro Controller. So, with all these issues, I play Fortnite exclusively in handheld mode. Now, I shouldn't really complain about how Fortnite is on the Switch since it's not the most powerful console out there, but when the mobile versions run better, I feel like we have an issue. Now I just want to talk, man. I don't know. This video isn't really structured that well, and I guess it's just because I want to talk about random Fortnite stuff that's on my mind. So, people complain that the game is full of sweats now, and they're not wrong. It's sad knowing people like C-Day will never return because sweaty players make it too difficult to make fun content. Speaking of content, Fortnite YouTube content now is just people doing lame challenges. Hey guys, so I got this new skin. Because it's mostly blue and orange, I'm gonna play a game where I can only use blue and gold guns. I'll also make it a little harder on myself. I can only build with metal, I can only have one gun in my inventory at a time, we have to land at the bottom right corner of the map, we also have to get every kill in the storm. I have to turn off my crosshair, increase my look sensitivity every 2 minutes, I can only heal myself with fish, and we have to kill the last guy with the harpoon gun. Let's go. Obviously, a huge exaggeration. I understand people make videos like these because it spices up the gameplay, and I guess it's pretty entertaining to see them beat sweaty players under bizarre constraints. Fortnite toys. They're pretty dumb, but I have to say, the 7-inch figures are cool. I'm into action figures, especially the ones that have many points of articulation. These figures would look great in stop-motion animations. Too bad if people actually did make these animations, they'd be just as bad as those cringy Fortnite short films.
Well, I don't need you. I'll game end him myself.
I'm glad Switch and mobile players are grouped in the same lobbies. I would never win a solo match in a PC lobby. God, a while ago, I was in a regular solo match, and I saw this one guy. I shot him, and he started building out of metal like a madman. There were still like 30 people left, but this guy was tarping like we were in the final circle in a tournament. I obviously lost. He was probably a PS4 player tired of losing to people better than him in his games, so he took his little brother's Switch to blow off some steam in bad lobbies. But yeah, people in Switch and mobile lobbies are usually pretty bad. You'll only occasionally run into someone who thinks they're good. It's so annoying having to fight these kinds of people sometimes. I'll have someone hit me for a decent bit of damage, they'll get all confident and try to finish me off, we get into a build battle, then they immediately run away when I land a few hits. Then they show up later and kill me because they third-partied. I really don't like dying to high-leveled anonymous players. You only really enable anonymous mode if you're streaming, but who the hell would be streaming themselves playing Fortnite on mobile or Switch? I don't think the anonymous is necessary, dude. You really only have it on to seem like you're a good player. Then there are those people with names like blank on Switch or blank on mobile. They're always really good. I mean, with usernames like that, they clearly play on better versions and are just here to ruin people's fun. Ugh, burst rifles suck. They've never been good. How does a bad player with the burst deal with someone with the regular AR? You have to be accurate with the burst. Maybe you'll land 1 or 2 shots, but the opponent literally just has to spray, and they always land all their shots. I hate seeing people do that layered ramp thing. You know, where they have a ramp, but they also put a wall and floor in front of it. It's not that I can't do it. I can. It's not really difficult. It's just so unnecessary when you're in bad lobbies. There was this one time I got really annoyed when I saw it. It was only 30 seconds into the game. I go over to open a chest outside of the house I looted. It has a big pot. I hear literally no one around me, so I think I'm safe to drink the potion. Out of nowhere, I get lasered for 90% of my health. I hide behind a tree to heal up, and I see this guy rushing me, doing the reinforced ramp. Dude, what the hell are you doing? You know I'm one shot. I'm literally not gonna fight back because I'm trying to heal up. Are you really worried about me shooting your ramp down? I obviously lost that fight. Aim assist does not work. It's supposed to help you with close range, but I never feel it. Okay, I do feel it, but literally only when I'm aiming at a henchman. I'll put my crosshair on one, then run to his left, without touching the right stick, and the camera slightly moves so that I'm still facing the henchman. Why doesn't that work when I'm actually fighting a real player? They hop around like an idiot while I'm trying to follow them with an SMG, and I'll maybe get 2 body shots off before they kill me. Why doesn't it lock on? Do I have to keep moving the right stick so that I'm still attempting to aim on my own? Because I'll do that, and I just overshoot my crosshair. It's so much worse with the Joy-Cons because of their short reach. You're practically flicking the stick 100% of the time. It's even difficult to get weak point chains because of this. Don't even get me started on editing. I can't do it. I may have gotten way better at general building, but I cannot incorporate editing into build battles. The only times I really edit is when I box myself up to heal. When I'm done, I'll just edit a door or something to leave the box. I can't do those triangle edits on walls. I just overshoot like always and screw up the edit. In the end, people are just gonna say things like, just get good, or just play on PC. But I don't want to do either of those things. Is there really any point in an average person being good at Fortnite in 2020? Unless you're a professional gamer or content creator, there's no reason to be so skilled. And if I wanted to play Fortnite on PC, I would have done so in 2018. Again, there's literally no point in doing this in 2020. What's a Switch player going to do in PC lobbies? Die a lot. I'm perfectly fine against other horrible players in Switch and mobile lobbies. Besides, I'll probably lose interest shortly after downloading Fortnite on my computer. Who knows when the game will fully die? I don't want to have gone through that whole downloading process for nothing, you know? I don't like shooting games, but this is one of the only ones I've ever invested so much time on. There was just something magical about it, but there are just so many problems with this game now. I've wasted so much time playing it. I just feel so empty after talking about all this. Maybe it's a bit of sadness. I miss playing with friends. I miss when everyone was just bad at the game, and I just miss the overall feeling of enjoyment the game gave me. I really like Fortnite, man. It's tons of fun. I wish I played it more when it was popular. Now the game's just full of squealing 10-year-olds, tryhards, and bots. No one I know plays it anymore, so I'm all alone here. The game is technically not dead, but it feels like it's getting there. I really doubt Chapter 2 will have 10 seasons. Maybe it'll have a renaissance in a few years, kind of like Minecraft. Remember how that went? Everyone loved Minecraft, but out of nowhere people thought they were all grown up, so Minecraft was for babies. Then suddenly everyone online started praising Minecraft and it became more popular than it had ever been. You think we could get something like that for Fortnite in a few years? Probably not. I think I'll conclude the video now. Fortnite will eventually fully die and Epic will no longer support it. When it gets to that point, I wonder how the game will be. Will they only have a select amount of weapons and keep everything else in the vault forever? Will there no longer be small changes to the map? Will Epic, in a last-ditch effort to make money, make all the previous Battle Pass items available for purchase? Who knows? Right now though, we know that Fortnite's just a good game. It'll never be as popular as it once was, but maybe that's a good thing. People hated on it because it was popular. Tons of snot-nosed kids flooded the community and are still there. Casual players were deterred because everyone else got better. Matches are full of AI players because not enough people play the game anymore. You'll never encounter an OG default skin. There's no combat shotgun. Everyone's overly sweaty. It's just not the same as it was before.